Yo, what up? We Bad Tattoo.
And you are watching the Red Booth Show.
Hi, welcome to the Red Booth Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Q. On tonight's episode, I have Bad Tattoo. They're a rap group out of Chicago. So come and join us. So hey, how's it going, guys?
What's up?
What's up?
We're here with Bad Tattoo. And why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
I'm Chad from Bad Tattoo.
And I'm Rico. And
Chad and Rico.
And we brothers.
And we brothers. Shot-town.
You're actual brothers.
We're actual blood brothers.
Nice.
Mom and dad.
So you guys, that means you must get along pretty well then.
Got to. You got to.
In this business, you gotta be close.
Gotta be close.
Gotta be close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially, when there's so much, so many things and so many people involved. People will pull you aside, tell you this, tell you that, because, the dynamic of the duo, as far as me rapping, him singing, people will tell you something, and at the end of the day, we got to regroup or drive home together and just be like, yo, what you think about this guy?
Yeah.
You
gotta
so,
be close. Yeah.
And be.
That's probably a bonus, because then you have your loyalty there that's kind of almost unbreakable in a way,
It's
right?
like a birthright.
Like he
born
said,
into it.
that ride back home after a meeting or after, going out and doing something, we'd be on the phone with each other. He'd be in his car, I'd be in my car. We'd be like, yo.
What do you think about this guy,
This
man?
guy.
This guy's a prick.
What did he say to you?
Yeah. Or we'd be like hella excited. We'd be like, yo, it's going down.
Yeah.
Son, we own, son. Real facts, yeah.
That's awesome.
But also it comes with, it comes with a lot of people feel like we're teaming up against them. If there's a disagreement, a lot of people will feel like we're teaming up against them, or they feel like they have to balance the room out. So we won't always get a honest feedback, because you have some people that's just geared up towards we're gonna make the balance of the room right. We don't want to make this guy feel left out. So that can hurt us sometimes. So we find a way to, one of us may not even say anything.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let him take lead, or he may let me take lead, and be like, okay, not to split the conversation.
So you obviously you have to be aware of that in the situation that you're dealing with, and kind of manage it between you guys.
Yeah,
for sure, most definitely.
Who do you guys think is like the boss
in the group?
My mom. Not really, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, just
shout out to the mom.
exactly.
Shout out OG Loco.
Yo, ain't nothing wrong with your mom being involved in the career.
Yeah.
That's
You
right.
gotta have your parents' support.
If you listen to your mom, you'll probably do way better. That's what I
Of
think,
course,
right?
yo, support. Families, make sure y'all support. That's huge.
Yeah, the family support.
That is so true.
But it's historically going back, and with the group, we've been the foundation of the group. My brother's always been the leader of the group, being
spokesperson.
Yeah, spokesperson of the group. He would be the person that would reach out and talk interviews. He would be the person that would talk the most, and so that's just the role that he
God gave me.
God gave him.
I didn't take it. Because it comes with a lot of pressure, because if things don't go as planned, you're the fall guy. You know what I mean? Or
You have all the responsibility.
a lot of it,
Yeah.
If it don't go as planned, or you make the call, you got to be the LeBron James of the play. You know what I mean? And 0.8 seconds left, and you got to deliver. So.
You do.
But I got great support. My brother, backs me up all the time. Yeah. A lot of times he be sitting there listening to me like, where did you get that from, bro? You know what I mean? But it just come with trusting me and trusting that know that I have his best interest.
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
right here.
that's pretty cool. That's a given. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk more about the actual group. So, when did you start Bad Tattoo?
You want to take this one?
Bad Tattoo started at age 10, 11, 12.
For sure.
In the church, actually in the house, just sitting there playing with our toys, making beats with toys, or knocking on a table, doing things like that.
Rapping,
Nice.
lunch table.
And literally writing songs at 10 years old. Like,
sure.
Sometimes I go back and I listen to the songs that we used to write, and I be like, yo, we wrote that?
That's a smash.
I
know about that.
I need to remake that song.
Feel my nature.
Baby
eyes.
geniuses.
Yeah, exactly. And so, we would sing, and we had our first big performance at church. And
we were a group at first. Too.
Yeah, we was a boy band.
Boy
you know.
band.
Oh, how many other
And,
people were in it?
We started off like 6 in the neighborhood.
Six,
Nice.
and then
So
6
you're out
turned
the
into
street
4s.
like doing all the dance moves
Yeah,
together.
my dad would go get
and-
all the little girls and make us perform on the porch. And you know, your ranks go up in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
you
you
know,
know what I mean?
the ratings go up. You know.
And we took that. You know what I mean?
So
And ran with it.
Then it went from 6 to 4, and it was family cousins. And then my dad so crazy, he was like for serious a Joe Jackson, you
Yeah,
know.
for
So
sure.
they were like, yo, I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah.
I'm out, you know. And then it
Did
was
he tar you guys? He tarred and feathered you and stuff?
for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I
It
mean?
was-
For sure.
It was like, do it over.
savage.
Do it over. Or right after school, he'd be outside in the car like, let's go.
You got practice.
Let's go. Let's practice. Do
Practice.
these moves right.
Wow.
Watch,
You know what I mean?
watch a lot of videos of Michael Jackson. Speaking of that,
Oh my
And,
God, really?
Yeah.
yeah, Ed Sullivan
And
show,
Sullivan show.
just like for
Hours
hours.
and hours.
But as long as I didn't miss The Simpsons, I was Gucci.
Yeah.
You know, like, look, 10 o'clock is over with, Pops.
10 o'clock at night.
You know.
Simpsons came on.
The Simpsons, you know.
That's
For
awesome. We have to take a quick break, but we'll be right back with Bad Tattoo.
Squad.
And welcome back to the Red Booth Show. I'm here with Chad and Rico from Bad Tattoo.
What up? What up? We in it thing.
So you guys started this band when you were little.
Small, very
Do you
small.
call it a band? Do you call it a group? What's the right way to refer to it?
I think we used to saying a group because we were a group, you know.
Yeah.
But, so I think by, you know, just saying it so much, you kind of like stick with it.
Yeah.
And duos sound so corny. I always hated duos growing up. Like, and we could have been a duo, you
long
know,
time
from
ago.
a long time
Yeah.
ago. Just wasn't with it. We was always used to. Our other group member, the third member of our group, was our first cousin.
Yeah.
You know, so he grew up living with us, so it was just so comfortable having him in the band. But
Yeah.
you know, when you grow up out of the group, you know.
Is he doing a solo act now?
Yeah, he's doing his thing solo. And he's doing his thing.
Nice.
Shout outs, DC.
Shout out DC, man. that's my cousin, you know.
Yeah, man.
Crazy DC. You know.
So how did you guys come up with the name Bad Tattoo? Like, why is that your name?
I'll take that one, Rico.
Go ahead, yeah.
We came up with Bad Tattoo because we're from Chicago. And a lot of the times when, you know, you meet somebody, you're introduced to somebody, when you say you're from Chicago, they start to slide over. Like, yo,
Oh, yeah.
this cat, wow, you know what I mean? So so you start realizing it's a bad tattoo because instantly someone, you know, they will, you know, typecast you, stereotype you, like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
move this way, or, you know, they just predict the sound, you know, or not predict, I'm gonna say predict, they would assume what genre or anything. But when we first got out here as a boy band, we were working with the Black Eyed Peas, you know, Free School,
What?
shout out
That's
to
so
that.
cool.
Yeah,
Shout
John
out to John
Baptiste,
Baptiste. Shout
you
out to
know,
Replay.
Wow.
And so we were really, you know, my father raised us to where we would
Like
work
Fergie.
with bands. Yes, shout out Fergie, you know.
Shout out Fergie.
You
Don't
know,
forget.
so we was working with their production team, and so we really got, you know, acquainted with having, you know, being with the producer a lot.
Okay, wait a minute. So you were in Chicago, and then you started working with the Black Eyed Peas. How did that happen?
No.
Yo,
Well, we actually got hooked up with their camp out here.
out here.
And
So you came out to LA.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like how it started with my big sister. Like my big sister, she moved to San Diego, and her and her husband started a dispensary out in San Diego.
Yeah.
And one of the people who frequented the dispensary was a guy that ended up, you know, being an investor, who ended up knowing one of the P's and flew us out to New York. Met him, boom. We living in San Diego. Wow. You know what I mean? Like land in San Diego and you didn't even know San Diego was San Diego. I thought everywhere was LA and California. You know,
literally.
Excuse me.
Literally.
You know, so when we touched down, we met him. Everything went well. He loved the music, enjoyed the music, and introduced us to everybody else. But just coming from Chicago and being in San Diego, you know, we were still. It happened too quick to where we didn't even know how to handle it.
We
That's
didn't.
interesting.
Yeah.
There's a whole nother scene down in San Diego actually with the rappers because I've had another rapper from San Diego on the show who was Little Bootsy. And then he had no, not that Little Bootsy.
Oh, that's my man.
Bootsy
from he from
No,
Louisiana.
no,
Shout out
but
Bootsy.
he
Shout
had
out
to
Bootsy.
change his name because there was two Little Bootsies.
For sure.
So he had to change his name to Bootsiano. And
Oh.
but he's now doing stuff like
sound
he's
familiar.
hanging out with Dr. Dre and Snoop and
Yeah.
a bunch of those guys.
That
and he's
sounds
got,
San
really
Diego
familiar.
scene
He's
is gonna
from
come
Sa-
up. Yeah,
from
for
San
sure.
Diego, yeah.
It's definitely popping out there.
yeah.
DJ Love Machine is a friend of ours.
Yeah.
He's a DJ out there
In San Diego.
in San Diego, and he's taking off. So look out for DJ Love Machine as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so you started working with the Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah.
And what happened from there?
So we went out there. We sat down with Jean Baptiste, and it was in a restaurant in New York, and we had was it lunch?
It was lunch.
And he sat there. He was like, "Yo, we do house music," and I was like, "Okay, dope."
What you mean?
Yeah, he was like, "Well, no, you don't get it. We do house music." I'm like, "Bet, I get it." No, you don't get it. We do music that buy houses.
By houses.
I said, "Yo, sign me up."
Oh.
Sign me up, you know what I mean? And he the next day he had set up a meeting with us to meet with a guy at Universal. And it was just like overnight, just all vibes.
All vibes.
And
No, at this point, do you guys have an album out? Like, what do you have that
Yo,
you're showing them?
I think we probably recorded one song in like a basement studio at this time.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's all about.
Wait,
you know,
so did you show him your song?
No, you know, it's chemistry, energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think a lot of times your elevator pitch isn't your record. It's you. You know, so
Yeah.
you're selling yourself. You're the product. So
Real.
I think I think he was just a solid dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause a lot of guys are intimidated by other males. You know, so we were fortunate that wasn't the situation. And he
That's
just
true. You
seen-
guys have to deal with that, huh?
Oh, for
yeah,
sure,
you
man.
we deal with it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
For sure.
We deal with it.
All right, we got to take another quick break. We'll be right
Y'all
back.
hurry back up, man. We gotta get
Y'all
it
stay
cracking.
right there.
That's
Stay
right.
right.
Don't miss Bad Tattoo.
It's facts.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
And welcome back to the Red Boost Show. We are here with Bad Tattoo, Chad and Rico.
What up?
What's up?
So you guys are telling this cool story. You're out in New York. You're sitting there with
Jean Baptiste.
Baptiste.
Jean Baptiste from the Black Eyed Peas.
Squat. Yeah.
No big deal.
No, Jean Baptiste. He's one of the like writers. Like he the one of the main writers with the Camp Free School, and he just leads the charge on a lot of records.
Yeah.
Cool.
For sure.
It was amazing.
So then he took you guys, and where did it go from there?
So he set us up a meeting with a cat at Universal. We didn't actually ever go to the meeting, but when we did get back to San Diego, we ended up linking with him in Hollywood. So we went from San Diego, moved to Hollywood, where we ended up landing investors and start working with them, the Free School on the production.
Yeah. Start writing with them.
Start writing with them and just turning us on to different opportunities. And from there, we were doing a lot of, like, it was during those days when everybody had the big gaudy glasses and the big, Lady Gaga hairstyles, the whole movement. And so the problem with that was we couldn't get booked for a lot of events, because it didn't fit. The sound didn't fit who we were.
We were.
So it's kind of like we adapted that sound because, as writers, we were able to,
Be in those writing sessions right on that level.
for sure.
So it just took us there.
Yeah.
So did you guys do writing for other people too, or just only for yourself?
Oh, we write for a lot of other people. Even now, like writing in the business is like that's just getting the respect of your peers.
Mm-hmm. It's a way in as well.
Yeah.
It's a way in. A lot of people, when you approach a lot of people and you say, "Hey, put me on. I can sing. I can dance. I can do this," they be, might want to take a step back. But when you say,
Yeah,
"Hey, I can write.
write,
I can write," it just opens the door for you. They be like, "You know what? Come in.
Yeah.
Let me hear what you got." You know, and if you tight on your writing, they be like kind of like what happened with Neo. Neo was a major writer before he
For
made
sure.
it.
Really?
So that opened a lot of doors for us. We started writing. A lot of producers would send us over, you know, music, and we would just write a song, and they'd be like, hey, you know what? I got this record. I'm trying to get this placed on Chris Brown next album. Can you write something? Write something. Write something. Write
Yeah.
something. So a lot of our relationships came through that. So that's sort of what happened with John Baptiste and Replay. We got a chance to work with them, write a lot of records,
A lot of smashes.
and a lot of smashes, and you know.
Can you guys say which ones, or is that?
Nah.
Yep.
Nah, because with a lot of the situations, you know, you were put into a position to where
You can't say, huh?
it's not that you can't say, you can't prove it.
Yeah.
Because you're working with this camp, and that head guy gets the credit for it
Yeah.
because that's his relationship. So they bring you in, and it's like you make him look better. You know what I mean? You make him look good.
Yeah.
That's why, you know, the question goes, can you write? Can you write? Like, so when you come into a studio, you come into a camp, it's all about what you're going to do for that head guy.
Yeah.
You know, he's at the top. You know, so
Interesting.
Yeah, man.
you're throwing it up.
I can see why they would do that with somebody who can write, because
Yeah.
you'd be like, you're not just trying to be there for all the attention, I guess, because the
Yeah.
writers are actually kind of pretty behind the scenes.
Very
Yeah.
behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Sure.
almost to a fault. Like, I think writers should probably get more
Oh, yeah.
more attention and more credit. But you guys do have your own music also that's coming out.
Most
you have
definitely.
We do.
new music video coming
Yes.
up.
Yes. We're going back home to Chicago to shoot our single, which is Brittany's Got a
Brittany Got a
Gun.
Gun.
Which Brittany's was, you know, Brittany is, you know, his girlfriend, my girlfriend. So, you know, both of them are from Wisconsin.
Wait, you both have girlfriends named Brittany?
Both have
Literally.
girlfriends
For real?
named Brittany. Yeah. Shout out to Breeze.
Shout out to the Britneys.
Shout out to the Brittany's.
Damn.
So they're both from Wisconsin. You know, we didn't meet them at the same time.
Crazy.
And so we just telling that story of how they are from Wisconsin and us being from Chicago,
Chi-town.
which is crazy. Super savage city, you know,
Yeah.
but beautiful city. I mean,
Yeah.
savage in a great way. You know, it has this, you know, whatever. Yeah. And so
I love Chicago. I've been there. It's just really cold. That's the only
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
But
Chicago's amazing.
the city itself is gorgeous.
Man, that's what I think. I don't want that to be overlooked when you speak about Chicago, because Chicago is a great city, like great,
It's amazing.
like
And
the
what's great is
food.
great.
And the food's
Right?
amazing, yo.
Go,
Yeah.
we got to go back there. That's why we on this diet now. But
It's
that's
making me
gonna be-
hungry just thinking about it.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Congress Pizza.
Every time I go back to Chicago, I gain 15 pounds.
Easy,
Like-
like in weeks.
Like,
That's
no
the
doubt.
deep
Like,
dish, right?
Easy, yeah. Deep dish pizza.
This is the thing about Chicago pizza. The deep dish is like the commercial pizza.
Mm.
You know, it's the commercial pizza. Like your Giordano's, that's commercial. That's the McDonald's of pizza.
Okay.
You got to go to the mom and pop shops.
You gotta go to
know.
mom and pop shops.
You know, the mom and pop
You
shops.
find the right joints,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, delicious.
They have nothing like that here.
Nah,
No, right?
not at all.
I don't
and
think
it's
so.
like, you can go to Chicago and you got a restaurant that's been there for 25, 30 years. And that's how you know that's the spot. Like,
Yeah.
it's historic.
still there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
historic.
you could be across the city and people are ordering
From there,
way
yeah.
across the town. Like, yo, you know about that spot?
I know about it.
So
Yeah.
that's the thing about Chicago pizza. But you'll definitely put on some weight when you go back there. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's Brittany Got a Gun. That's the single right now.
Yeah, let's take a break and then we come
For
back.
sure.
You can tell everybody about the new video.
Let's
We
get
will.
it.
All right, cool.
All right.
I really wanted to put a deck on my house.
The floor was creaking and there were cracks in the wall.
I had them put in walls in my basement.
Well, the whole thing was done on time, on budget, and not a day of work was missed.
Alpha Structural is a top-rate company. I'd recommend them to anybody.
If you live in a hillside home and gravity is pulling you towards the edge of the cliff, I recommend you call Alpha.
It was a real pleasure to work with Alpha.
And welcome back to the Red Booth Show. I'm here with Bad Tattoos, Chad and Rico.
We back.
We still here?
Still in the building. Yeah.
Now I'm excited that you guys have a new music video that's coming out.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you should tell us about the new song. And I've heard some of their sample, like some of the music and
Thank you.
everything.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
really cool.
Thank you.
Who does like the actual, like the instrumental production, or like how does that work between you guys?
Well, we bring on different producers. For this project, we work with this producer named Killer B. He just got a
Shout out B.
shout out Killer B. He works with Chris Brown. He works with Seven. He works with Like the list keeps going on and on and on.
sure.
And so we brought him on board. So he makes all the production, the beats.
Oh yeah, he's from Chicago too.
He's from
Really?
Chicago.
Yeah.
Did you guys meet him there or afterwards?
Out here,
You know, we
Okay.
met him out here.
Yeah.
You know, we met him out here through a mutual friend.
Yeah.
And we actually ended up going to church with him, to
Yeah.
the same church.
Yeah.
And
That sounds like a good church to go to.
Yo.
Yeah, one church,
One church
international Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So running into him at church, we just vibe each other,
For sure.
And then after a while, we was like, you know what? Let's actually hear what he got. And he brought us by the house, and he pressed play for us, and it was crazy. His production was crazy. We gotta
Next
work with
level.
you. We gotta work with you. So we hooked up, worked on the project. He made the beats. We did the writing, and it was a match.
That's awesome.
That was a
How
good
many
match.
songs do you guys have coming out on this new release that you're coming up with?
Well, altogether, we recorded like 20.
Oh,
we recorded
man!
like 20 just for the EP. But
you had to pick
you
how
gotta-
many
you gotta
out of
pick
that?
like 5.
That's so hard,
It's
right?
very hard, but
Yeah.
we got a great filtering process, which is family. My mom,
Yeah.
Loco, she gonna tell you what you think, and then our girls
The
gonna tell
girls, they
us.
gonna tell you. They gonna keep it real with
So
you.
you asked the Britneys.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Brittany's gonna keep it 100 with you.
You know what
So,
I mean?
and they definitely want to be in the video. So it's like, how do you tell my babe? I can't.
Like, you can't be the actual Britney in the
But
video.
it's about me.
You know
Really,
what I'm
it's about
saying?
me. But
Stay, you know.
yeah, but just
You should put them in the video.
I'm thinking
think
we're
so.
thinking about it.
It's a conversation.
I
a
got you,
conversation.
Britneys. I got
Conversation.
you.
Cause you know what? Any other girl that's gonna be in it, she ain't even cute.
That's-
You know what
You know what
I
I
mean? That ain't even how I roll my eyes. Like,
wait for the love song. We're gonna keep this gangster. We wait for the love song.
yeah, cause the love songs is when you hold your you can hold your breath when they watching the video back.
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah. We're gonna make a ballad.
Whoa.
yeah, you get a little uneasy.
We'll put you in the ballad, the slow song. We put you in something like that when we want to talk to, we want to do something like that. Get you all hooked up, dolled up.
So can we hear some about what's going to be in this new music video? Because I don't get to see it yet, but it's going to be coming out in either the end of September or October, right?
About the end of September,
Okay.
first of October. Hopefully this guy got a quick turnaround.
Yeah,
we can get
That's
it.
right.
you know.
Get.
Well,
Yeah.
first out, you get to see the beautiful city of Chicago, where we're from. We're definitely gonna make sure we show some good things about the city. You're gonna see what the hood look like.
Yeah.
You're gonna see you're gonna get a good
Wisconsin
feel.
as
You're
well.
gonna get a good feel of the west side of Chicago. You're gonna see Wisconsin. You're gonna see old school
Cars.
old school vintage.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring all that.
Because the song has a vintage sound, like
Yeah.
with the production.
I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man, look, you
Right?
know what I
You know
mean?
what I'm saying?
We in the 50 shack.
You know what I'm Merlin.
But the producer Killer B definitely did a great job of taking the song to where we didn't even expect, and which allowed us to be as creative as we wanted to be. You know what I mean? With all of our music, we want to be as creative as we were in that song.
Yeah.
We want to push the limits with the music and just not do what's expected, like we were put into a box on a lot of things, just being bad tattoo. So just trying to live outside of the the standard. And so with that record, we was able to really
So
push the
it's
limits.
different style then.
Yeah, most definitely. We wanted to make it more about the art, and make it timeless. And that's something we learned from Nazary. Nazary, he's a lead singer of Magic, the group Magic. Why You Gotta Be So Rude song.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he taught us how to make
That's a
timeless
huge hit, like
music.
all over the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah, but even outside of that, Nazary has hits.
Yeah.
Like he has like number ones, like for real.
Is he doing that as a writer too, as well?
Oh yeah.
He had to work that back door. You had to climb that back. That fire escape.
He was a writer for years. I mean,
Yeah.
and he was a huge inspiration to us and a mentor as a writer.
And he still pick up his phone
for you every time we call.
every time we on the phone with him. But he
That's
taught us how
so
to make
cool.
timeless music.
Yeah.
Just make it timeless.
That's so important. It seems like to have somebody that's a mentor that's really there to help you get into this business.
Yeah.
Doesn't it seem that way?
Man, that's
yeah.
so important to have somebody you can just bounce something off of that's been there, done that. It's like a big brother, an uncle, a
A
drum
lot of
uncle.
times that's what you do. You might know this huge star, but you might not even use them as, hey, I need you to do this for you. It might literally just be, hey, should I release this record like this?
Yeah.
Or should I do this? Or we was talking to Neo. We was like, Neo, what do you think about this song? Should we release this song first or this song first?
Yeah.
And he'll tell us, I think this one is good. I think y'all should go a different direction. So sometimes you don't just necessarily try to get the handout from people. You want to just.
They're just giving you some really good advice and helpful.
It's priceless. That advice is sometimes
Yeah.
priceless, you know. And it helped us out. It kept us alive in dark moments. It could just be that, man, bing, the light bulb come on, and you know where to run. You know what direction, or you feel that, you know, that breeze. You know that like, it's the door. Doors over here.
It sounds like you guys are doing such a good job, though, just like following up, you know, on your passion as artists and being with the right people, getting with these producers.
Yeah.
These guys are really talented, and you guys are really talented.
Thank you.
Yeah, I wish you the biggest success, and I know that more people out here in LA are gonna get to see your new music video.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And it's all for the glory of God. We always give glory to God that, you know, He lights our pathway. You know, and everything we feel like comes from the Creator.
Everything.
You know.
That's cool, and I really like the fact that you guys are like shouting out to your girlfriends and stuff. You know what I mean? Because that's like solid. Like people should believe in love and have relationships and stuff in this business. So
I would
cool.
tell you like this, Kim. I would tell you that our girls played a huge part. So to leave them out of it is, you know, would be kind of like, you know, a disappointment to, you know, to them and to ourselves, because, you know, that they're very you know, involved.
And
that's what it is when two people really love each other. They support each other and they help each other.
That's the key word. Support.
That's right.
I remember I told her, I said, look, I don't want to live check to check. I want to live coast to coast. And she's like, yo, you got me. I said,
like
bagged her.
You know what I'm saying?
Bagged her. You know, but it was real, because if you wanted to just, you know, get in a 1-bedroom apartment and eat Chinese food every Friday, that wasn't for me. That's cool, do that. That wasn't for me. You know what I mean? I felt like a bigger calling. I felt like God had, you know, something else for me. And you don't want to get with that person that pulls you. If anything, she always sent us care packages.
Contribute, yeah,
she contributed.
Yeah,
you know, both of them.
Yeah.
You know,
that's so cool.
Look,
for sure.
First came, you know, sometimes when it got a little rough, they send us, you know, like you said, a care package with, you know,
boxers,
extra
deodorant,
clothes, extra, all that.
Wife, you know, send
the Western Union paper.
Western
Western Union. We need
you gotta be careful these days, you know. You gotta be careful, but they'll send the wife beaters, you know what I mean? I don't beat wives, you know what I mean? But
it's just the same.
Just the same.
That's cool though. That shows love right there.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
All day, you need that. So support is everything in this business, and you need as much of it as you can get from your family, from your loved ones, from anybody you around. Your top 8 in your cell phone. You want them to be a support.
And if they're not supportive, then
kick rocks.
Bye.
Exactly.
Rocks.
Yeah.
Because you just gotta have the people to bounce it off of. You know?
Yeah, man.
That's good. I think that's really good insight and advice for people. So I appreciate that too, because I love getting advice from all my guests, you know, and how they're getting to where they are.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Well, we are running out of time now, so that's gonna be the end of the show. But it's been so great getting to know you guys.
Same here.
Tell everybody where they can find you and like follow up and get to see, you know, your next album and everything.
I really don't know it, LT, but nah.
You know, of course, social media.
Instagram, bad_tattoo. Yo.
That's BADD.
You call me,
right?
girl.
Okay.
Double D, BADD _tattoo, TATTO. You know, and that's Instagram, Snapchat.
That's all of it. All the platforms. Come find us. You know what I mean? Come check us out. We're going to be doing some great things for y'all. Showing y'all some great things.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Red Bull.
Yeah, it's awesome having you guys on the show.
All right.
Chad and Rico.
Chad and Rico.
Check them out, guys.
Bad Tattoo. Chad the Bad.